welcome to Burman Coffee's Fresh Roast SR 500 video. Today we'll be doing a roast and showing you how it's done and hopefully giving you some good details about how it all works. The Fresh Roast will roast about a quarter pound of coffee at a time. Comes with this nifty little scoop here. You can approximately do about 4 scoops, or you're looking for about 4 to 4.5 ounces. So in here you want to do kind of nice level scoops. There we go, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, that's coming out to about 4.3 ounces, which will be perfect. That would be close to the max batch size. You can always roast less coffee, so you'll have a little trouble roasting any more. So now we dump it into our roast chamber. You can see the metal line is not the fill line. It's just a little bit below it. Now when the roast chamber is probably put on the machine, it's locked left to right. Now you got your nifty little chaff collector here. This will collect all a little bit of chaff. Also, yet again, it's got a little peg you fit into the top of the roast chamber. Alright, now that we got our 4.3 ounces of coffee in the roaster, we're going to turn it on. You want to make sure your fan speed is on high. And then you want to turn it on to the low heat setting. Once on low, you can add additional time. Most of my roasts are coming in about the 7 to 8 minute range. So I set it for 8 minutes. You can always hit the cool button early. Now we'll keep it on the low heat setting until the coffee is jumping around quite well and a light tan in color. Usually about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes into the roast. Now you can see the coffee here is already starting to jump around a bit. We're still going to keep it on the low heat setting. Some coffee, depending on density and moisture content, will not be jumping around quite as good to start. And that's why it is imperative to start it on the low heat setting to not scorch any beans. So now we're about almost 1.5 minutes into the roast. We got a nice golden tan color. I will bump up the heat setting now that it's turning over very nicely. So now we're waiting till we get to what they call first crack. Every coffee will go through first crack. What that is that's an expansion of size with the beans. You'll notice it either as an audible crack or an expansion in size. Every coffee's got to hit that. That's really your light roast mark. When you hit first crack, you're at the light roast point. See, the coffee is clearly sitting higher in the roast chamber than it was when we started. That'd be the light roast mark. If you listen closely, you can hear first crack. Coffee roasting is all based on color. Even though each one of the coffee roasters has a timer on it, each coffee will roast slightly different in a different shade. So really what you're looking for is the specific color. Right now we're still at a medium roast, which will be kind of a light tan color and not shiny. When you progress, the major rule of thumb is when it looks like good coffee, it is good coffee. Second rule of thumb, even if you like a dark roast, you don't want to be pulling out really oily beans. Oily beans will also come out over time. And if you pull them out super oily from the roaster, you're going to be at a very, very bold roast point. Now we're starting to get close to what they would call second crack. Second crack in coffee signifies you're in the dark roast. This is when you might start seeing smoke come from the roaster. You also start hearing more like Rice Krispie cracks versus independently a louder crack similar to popcorn. Second crack you should only hit if you're looking for a dark roast. If you're a light roast, medium roast fan, you want to try not to hit second crack. When which case, if you're looking for a medium roast and you hear any signs or see any signs of a second crack, make sure to hit the cool button immediately. Second crack was also when the oils on the coffee will start coming out. It'll start with just a slight sheen, and as you progress into second crack, it'll get much oilier. Here's second crack happening. Coffee is a strong medium roast, in which case, right as the second crack started happening, we're at a full city. It's usually a good roast. If you like the French roast, you keep it rolling. Now you can see the second crack started pretty slow, and is now ramping up. During those first couple cracks, you're looking for a full city roast, you want to hit the cool button. You're looking for a French roast, you keep it rolling. Now the second crack is happening pretty good. If we're looking for a dark roast, now is going to be where we hit the cool button. After you hit the cool button, you'll see a big C pop up on the time. That means it's turned off the heat. Now, if you did turn down the fan speed at all, you want to make sure to turn it back up. The machine will cool for approximately 3 to 4 minutes. As soon as it's done cooling, it'll shut off automatically. And there we go, fresh roasted coffee.